Yo, what's going on everyone? Welcome to this new video. Today we're here for another round of PSGL in Hungary this time. Hungary, like, it's a track I don't think a lot of people have done yet on this game. It's not really a popular track, but yeah, it was also the first time for me driving this track on this game, so yeah, definitely interesting to see how we'll do. So now we're on our first lap in qualifying. I'm doing a pretty good turn one. A little bit wide on the exit maybe, but I don't think we lost too much time with it. So now heading into turn two, getting close to the apex, doing that quite nicely as well, I'd say. So now we're heading into the fast left of turn four. So we get it a little bit wrong. We didn't really hit the curb that well. But yeah, we can still improve later on. So now into the chicane, we go very wide. Second part was good, but the first part we missed. So now into this left right. I'm pretty tidy, I'd say, not too bad. So now into this fast right, very difficult corner. Go a little bit wide, but it's a 4-2-3 split, which is alright for banker. Not great, but not absolutely terrible. So now into the penultimate corner, going down to third gear, doing that quite nice as well. And now into the final corner, into fourth gear, as early on the power as possible, as max does a 0.5 there. And we are only going to do a 0.1, so yeah, we're pretty much 3 tenths off. So yeah, definitely not the ideal banker, but I mean, it's alright, we're P8 after the first run. As now into the second run, getting a good exit, opening the DRS, so we're waiting to brake for turn 1. So there's someone on the inside there, but gets nicely out of the way. So we brake just after 100, we go very wide actually, but we don't lose that much time, which does indicate that there's a lot of time to gain. Now into turn 4, going for a bit of a wider approach, but we do gain some time again. Or not again, but we do gain some time now. As we're now heading into turn 4. Sending it, not really using the curb, but we gain a lot there, because last time we hit the curb very wrong. So into the chicane, staying in fourth gear, again not really hitting the apex on the inside, so again a lot of time lost there. So now this left right again pretty well, so yeah, only the fast right to go, last corner of sector 2. And then we'll head into sector 3, 2-8 split, decent for a second run. We do take this corner very well actually, and now into the penultimate corner. Again to third gear, getting a little bit more time into the final corner, going to fourth gear. So we do that last corner pretty well, and we're gonna do a 0.556, which puts us P5. Yeah, not bad at all. For only our final run to go, we're in 7th, so it's pretty good, but a lot of people improve, so we still really need to improve. So now onto our final run, trying to get a good exit again, so get a little bit of marbles. Yeah, but I think the exit was alright. Yeah, the delta doesn't say so, but delta could be lying. So now break just after 100 meters, doing this a lot better than last time. So we gain a little bit of time. Again, not ideal, but it's alright. Now into turn 2, a little bit closer than last time, carrying some more speed, getting a little bit of time on the delta, not a lot, but it's pretty decent. As now we're heading into turn 4. Again missing the side curb, but not losing that much time. So now into this right, we do that very well actually. A little bit of moment on the exit, but get away with it. So again, for every time we've missed this corner, but we still gain time for there. So now into this left right. Second part was very scruffy, bit too wide, too far off the apex. So now into the final sector, again missing that corner, we haven't nailed that once. And now the final sector to go, first corner, pretty decent. Now penultimate corner, also pretty nicely done. And now the final corner to go, we did that very well last time. We just go very wide and we just throw away, yeah, probably close to tenths, maybe a bit exaggerated, but a low 4 was definitely on. So yeah, not great, but as you'll see in a moment,
Okay.
a low 4 would have only put us
This
in P8, which is still not great, but yeah, doesn't seem like we're really at the base at Hungary. So yeah, we didn't really know the pace before going doing the race. So yeah, it's a learning moment. So now the 5 red lights are on. So we're waiting for them to go out. So it's lights out, and we get a pretty good start. Daniel gets a very poor start. As Bradley almost already overtaking him, and he has already overtaken him. So we try to send it down the inside of both Bradley and Daniel, but yeah, we're through wide. It's not really gonna work. But now we're on the outside, and we can brake very late for this corner. So we're gonna try and hang it around the outside, which will be very difficult. But yeah, I just saw it wasn't gonna be no way that I was gonna make it through there. So yeah, we settle in P10. It's Louis Bodge behind the start on the hard, which is an interesting choice at this track. But there's some battling ahead, so we can maybe gain some positions here. As Bradley now ahead of us goes very wide, so we're gonna try and go for the switchback. We are up his inside. He does leave a lot of space as he almost drives into Daniel. But yeah, we can't really get past, so we stay in P10, which is fine. We haven't gained, haven't lost anything. But yeah, I know usually my race pace is very good, so I know I'd be able to get placed later in the race. So yeah, we're now just settling in, trying to get into a rhythm as always. And this track overtaking is pretty much impossible, as I don't know if you heard, but my engineer just told me that the guy in P6 is on mediums. So that's an interesting strategy. We'll see how that plays out. I think it was Joseph Loke. So he'll be probably going to the softs later on this race. So yeah, that was the first lap done, as we are starting to lose a little bit of time to the cars ahead. I wasn't really in the slipstream, but in this game, even at a track like this, you can't really get capped, to be honest. So there's a yellow flag now. I think that Sergio Sobrino has gone off, and there's a VST. So yeah, if the VST stays out long, it will be interesting to see if people will make a pit stop. But for now, I was just looking to stay green in Delta and see what they others do, and maybe follow them in, because a 2-stop is maybe possible at this track. So yeah, we were thinking what to do, but I was probably even if more people boxed out of me, I was probably always gonna stay out here, as we were waiting to see if the safety car stayed out until the pit lane. As it's still staying out, but I think soon it will say it's gonna end. Just see in a few moments. As the safety car is still out, it says. As now it says ending, so nobody boxes. Need to make sure we're green on Delta, of course. But we get a very bad exit, and now Race behind us got a better exit than us, and he's gonna try and go for the overtake. So I was still trying to not use a lot of my battery, because yeah, no point really abusing the battery. So do go defensive just in case. But then here on the exit, I get a little moment which gives Race another opportunity, as he's now trying to go around the outside. But yeah, I just let my car run out wide a bit, and he has no grip on the outside, so he backs out of it. So we now move on to lap 6. Nothing's really happened. We're still in P10. And as you'll see on the map, only the guys on hards behind us have dropped out of the earth, but no one else. So now into this right-hander, you'll see there's a yellow flag, and that's actually Simon Lukomsky, who was leading this race, who spun out. So yeah, that's definitely interesting. I think he spun all by himself, so yeah, even more annoying for him probably. As now we're heading on to lap 12, and no, nothing's happened yet again. So these are the times that people will usually make their pit stops. As the last 2 laps, the 2 cars behind me, Yannick Schmidt and Race, have both boxed. For the mediums, I think lap 11 and 10 were too early, but 12 was possible. So we're just gonna go for a bit of a risk, and we're gonna box on the end of lap 12. Go into the mediums, and hopefully undercut the people ahead of us. As yeah, I'm waiting to put the mediums on. Of course, I did quite a lot of practice with Bradley ahead of me, and I knew I had a little bit better tire wear than him for some reason. I'm not sure if we were running the same setup. I think we were, but yeah, He just seemed to have a little bit more tire wear, so yeah, I knew I could go a little bit earlier than him and still not get a puncture. So now Drake also boxed behind us as we've come out of the pits, and we really need to start using our battery now and catch up to the 2 cars ahead of us. As Yannick is on the hard, so we really need to get past him ASAP, because he's just going to be holding us up otherwise. Because the hard are pretty terrible race tire, if I'm honest, at this track. That's why you'll see barely anyone using it. As now, Max Whistle, I think he was in P3, but he is boxed and he's come out right in front of us. As he's now putting pressure on Race and Yannick, as he'll try to go for the move here on this exit. I'm not really close enough to go free overtake, but yeah, Max easily gets past as you see. So now we're going to try and capitalize on this. Maybe on the exit we can get past Race here. So yeah, we're gonna open DRS again, but yeah, we're not really close enough, so we're not gonna be able to go for the move. As Max also immediately gets past Yannick, so that's a shame. Well, we weren't really gonna catch Max or overtake him because he quite a lot fresher tires. Because on this track the tire advantage is pretty big. So yeah, we're now just trying to get past Race and Yannick. As Race has gone lap 11 onto the mediums, which I know was just too early. And Yannick went lap 10 onto hards, but the hards are just very, very slow at this track. So I just really needed to get past here ASAP. So I'm putting the pressure on here. I'm starting to use some battery to try and stay close. So I do make a little bit of a mistake there and lose a little bit of time, but yeah, we're still very close. So now just trying to stay close in the final sector, put him under pressure. And what I didn't know here is that Race has actually already used pretty much all of his battery. So yeah, we're within 2.5 tenths now on this exit. We're gonna use our battery, put him under pressure, and at the same time we're draining his battery. But as you'll see in a moment, he's now also gonna go for the overtake. He's flashing already. So yeah, as he pushes out Yannick a little bit, we really need to get past Yannick now because he has no DRS. This is our best opportunity. So he leaves the inside open and we're just about gonna squeeze through. Yeah, very respectful from Yannick there, to be honest. He could have just turned in on me, but he left me the space and I made the move fairly clean. So yeah, that was really good for our race. So now we have Yari and Race right in front of us. Yari, obviously my teammate. He's on the hards and he's holding everyone up a bit. As now this could be a good opportunity for me to get past Race. So hopefully this will work out well for me and not ruin my race. As now into the chicane, Race doesn't go for it, which was an interesting choice, but he's gonna go for it now here. As Jerry just hangs around the outside, and then Race tries to go for the outside, and he gets blocked on the outside there, and we go through. So yeah, this was really important for my race. We did lose the DRS to Max because of that, but I did get past Race, which I probably would have anyway with his old tires, but yeah, it was very nice to get it done like this and be able to drive away. So now we have Joost. I'm not sure when he boxed, but he has quite a lot fresher tire than us. So yeah, he's right behind us now, and there's no point in us trying to defend because he's just gonna overtake us anyway. There's no point. He's so much faster on these fresher tires. As I'm not sure when we hit the drop off, but when we will just lose so much time to him. So yeah, now for us it's important to try and stay in his DRS, although it's going to be very difficult. But yeah, I'm going to do my best to do that. At the end of this lap, we're 8.4 tenths behind him. So yeah, we're still in his DRS, we're doing alright. As now we also have Daniel Kjeldsen right behind us, who's also on a lot fresher tires, so he's gonna go for the overtake now. As I was trying to defend a little bit, but yeah, I realized he was just a lot faster, so might as well just not lose us both too much time, as this can also influence my race, obviously. And now just try and follow Joost and Daniel and try and get as much as a gap behind as possible. Which was working to medium guys, but like I said, the start of the race, Joseph Loke started on mediums. As I was having to use a lot to stay close, because I was hitting the drop off and they were on a lot fresher tires. So yeah, I was struggling to stay with them, but I did manage to do so for quite some time. So now we have Joseph right behind us as I go to second year for some reason, which yeah, quite interesting. But yeah, we have Joseph now right behind us. He's on the softs. He started on the mediums, as I said, and yeah, there's no point finding him, which I wasn't gonna do. Obviously, I was using,
No.
but there was no point in defending, so I'm just gonna give him the inside. Not really looking to go for switchback, just let him go. His tires are at this stage probably two, maybe more, probably 3 seconds lap faster than ours. So as we now moved on to lap 25, and we're still in the DRS of Daniel and Joost, so we did do a very good job managing to stay in the DRS. And because of that, we were able to stretch out the gap to Bradley and Drake. So now the gap behind us is 3.5 seconds, and the longer we hold on to this DRS, the better it is for us. But now, yeah, we have pretty much no battery, and they ahead of us they do. And yeah, our tires are older. Race
Hopefully.
pace was good, but yeah, I just didn't really have the pace to fight at the front today, to be honest. Um, yeah, just gotta be honest, the pace was good to fight at front of midfield, but to fight for the win, pace just wasn't good enough. As yeah, we now have a good gap behind us, and we've now also lost the DRS to Daniel Kjeldsen and also Joost. So yeah, we were trying to get back in, but with our tires and no battery, it was pretty much a lost battle. So yeah, that's very annoying. Um, but it is what it is. We just need to focus on now. And now we've moved on to lap 34. And as you see, Bradley behind us, he had one lap fresher tires than me and a lot more battery, but he was having to defend from behind. But now he's been freed from them a little bit, so yeah, he has a lot of battery, so he'll be starting to use now, and we'll be getting a lot on these few laps. As I think we'll stay on board for these 2 laps, as yeah, it was just really managing the gap now to Bradley. And also you see Joost ahead of me at 3 seconds, but yeah, in the end, uh, yeah, it was 1 second out of my 3 seconds, so yeah, I was never really gonna overtake him in the standings at the end. So yeah, my tires are starting to hit the second drop off now. As we're already over 60%. And the tires are just getting worse and worse at this stage. And Bradley's tires behind us are better, and there's way more ERS, and he's blasting everything. So yeah, he needs to gain 2.7 seconds, so it's unlikely that he will be able to, but you never know. Just need to stay at it, don't make mistakes, keep up the pace, and that's what we're doing right now. As now again blasting all of our battery that we have left, which isn't a lot, but yeah, final lap now. As it's yeah, uh, Joost has even stretched the gap out more ahead of us, and Bradley's gained a little bit more, but at this stage I knew the race or the P7 was pretty much in the bag, unless something crazy happened. Um, and yeah, the top four are just crazy pace compared to the rest of the field, to be honest. As you'll see on the minimap, usually everyone's still on the DRS train by the end. Obviously, this track doesn't have a lot of DRS, and it's more of a driver's track. So if you're really fast at this track, you can make more of a difference than when you're fast at Las Vegas, for example. But yeah, we just weren't able to stick with them today, and our quality was just meh. It wasn't good enough. Yeah, so we need to work on that. Although it's a lot better than last season still, but yeah, still work to do. As last week, next week it's gonna be Vegas, so yeah, we'll be looking to get on the pace a little bit better there. As now we're heading into the final sector, final corner of this race, I should say. As Thomas wins the race, actually got given the position by his teammate in the last corner, so it was a bit controversial. But yeah, we finished
Did
the
you,
P7. We had a good race considering our
Maat,
pace and our quality.
Lenny Bepinte heeft
So
Tamasco op de laatste ronde voorbij
yeah,
gelaten.
I'll take it. We're still not far off the
Gewoon net
championship
voor de
lead. I
lijn.
think we're 7 points off now, which is still quite a bit, but yeah, it's a manageable gap.
Dat is toch
So
bizar, of niet?
we really need to try and stay close to the top guys. I think Max Whistle's leading now. So yeah, I want to thank you all
Die
for
race is
watching.
denk ik
I hope you guys will be tuning in next week as well for my Vegas race. So hopefully I'll uh, catch up on the leaders in the championship again. As I think I'm fourth now. So yeah, good start to the season, but now we need to improve. So yeah, see you guys at the next video hopefully. Bye bye.